the more you're trying to pull it towards you, it's going to do this. It's going to go away. And the more you try and push something away from you, it's going to come back. So, with everything in life, don't push, don't pull, just let the energy flow, just let it be. And this is episode 2 of Addicted to Society. I think I posted the first episode, whether or not I did, if I did or not. This is still episode 2, so hopefully episode 1 is out there. And hopefully you can hear me with this mic. Yesterday it sounded a little weird when I was baking cupcakes. You will see that video when I upload it next week, but you could tell from the title, this late night talk is about leading with faith. Now, I'm not here to, spread religion. There's enough of that out there. I'm not here to try and make you believe in something that you don't believe in, change your beliefs or anything. I'm just telling you what I feel, what I'm currently going through in life, and maybe you might have some advice that could help me. Maybe something I say may help someone out there. Who knows? Maybe. But as it so goes, leading with faith. I remember I was watching a YouTube short, and it was like this, I don't know, you guys may have seen him. It's like this monk guy. I'll try and post the video here if I find it, or in the link. But he was just talking about energy, and for me, I guess I don't really believe like God is a person or whatever, has a form. I believe it's an energy that we all come from, because energy is never created nor destroyed, it is only transformed over time. And I believe this energy, to me, is God. And that energy, you can connect with it. It can help guide you. This energy can move through you, through people, and around you, and everything that you do. With that being said, there's a purpose. None of us know what our purpose here is for, but there's something we're meant to do, change, something we're meant to say to somebody, a look, a walk. The universe is using you to learn about itself. I believe I said that in the first episode. So what that monk guy was saying though about energy is, the more you try to force something and pull it to you, it's always energy. It's going to do the equal and opposite of that reaction. And the more that you try and push something away, it's going to come back, because that's how energy works. So kind of good way to explain that in a demonstration. And this is something that you want or don't want, whatever, the more any subject, any object, anything in your life, the more you're trying to pull it towards you, it's going to do this. It's going to go away.
Whatever you try to hold on to, the nature of thing is that this is happening.
Swinging away.
And the more you try and push something away from you, it's going to come back.
And whatever you try to avoid and push away from you is just a question of time until it's going to move like pretty close towards you.
So with everything in life,
don't push, don't
pull, just let the energy flow, just let it be. I found that really interesting because, and I'm sure a lot of us are guilty of this, I find myself a lot like, if there's something I really want or something I really want to do, or just in general, I find myself constantly trying to pull it towards me, rather just living my life and letting the energy flow, letting it be, leading with faith, just believing that everything that is meant for you will be in time. I struggle a lot with that in general. I'm sure some of us do. And it's okay if you get a little bit emotional during this. That's what this is about. Addicted to Society in these late night talks, or Addicted to Society episodes to come, are just about things we face together as a society as a whole, as um, human, animal, just in life in general. Just we're all here, aren't we? Um, I struggle with that energy pull, push, pull. I have to just let it flow, let it be. There weren't Sometimes, there's a control factor where we feel like we have to control every situation in our life because it has to go a certain way, or we don't want it to go this way, and we don't want to feel this way. And it's important, like I said, to just lead with faith, walk with faith. I've so consciously, like in my life, um, trying to be who anyone tells me to be, or what I think is proper to fit in, has never really gotten me anywhere. In fact, it's got me the furthest from myself. Um, Honestly, I kind of want to just let go and let this energy guide me, and I want to walk with faith. Sorry, got a little thirsty. Stay hydrated. Another very important thing. Um, these walls are very thin. It's very quiet. I have on my mic. I don't know if you can hear, but I live downstairs, so someone that lives upstairs from me, I don't know, but I can hear like when they run their water, everything going, everything. So I hope you guys don't hear that. But like I was saying, just faith doesn't necessarily have to be, all just God. Faith just is what you believe in, how you live your life by, and walking in that direction. Um, Now, faith for a lot of people is different. So I guess leave a comment down below. Let me know what faith means to you, and what are some principal and core values in your religion. Because I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a bound by earthly religions, if that's the way you want to put it. I I believe in what I believe in, like I said, and that's my belief of like what or who God is to me in my life. But I feel a strong sense in that of energy of not pulling or pushing, just letting it flow. Because, like you said, it's like the law of attraction. Um, the more you try and pull something towards you, it's gonna naturally momentum. So I keep trying to pull it, it's gonna go away from you. The more you try and push something away from you, it's gonna come back towards you. So don't push, don't pull, just let it be. Um, I, at this point in my life, I also recently I stopped smoking, um, because there's this sense of cloud where you're kind of like numb. You're really high in the clouds, and you're not feeling every single neurotransmitter in your brain that's setting off these different chemicals and feelings and emotions. You're really not feeling it all, because drugs in any sense, weed's not a drug, whatever, drug, marijuana, whatever, it's not in any sense, anything that you put into your body that your body isn't naturally composed of will alter your chemical balance. It will change it. It will alter it. Anything, alcohol, anything that you put into your body that you're not naturally made of will alter that chemistry, will alter your makeup. And chemicals create imbalances. If you got too much of something, not enough of nothing else of something else, well, there you go. That's where you have these chemical imbalances. Like I said, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a preacher, pastor, any of those things. I'm not a therapist, any of that stuff. I'm just, making sense of this life that we're in. But I'll occasionally have like a glass of wine, holidays, or if I'm in the mood. But like, I used to be one of those people where it was like, oh, it's the weekend, time to get turned up. Let's go out party and have drinks. I was wanting to be in the crowd, and that's what society said is norm. We're addicted to society here, and for me, it's not. I don't know. You know, I can't necessarily say that's where I connected the most with myself. Yeah, I was connecting in the crowds, but I was losing myself in that crowd. Um, and it's just the older you get, it's just not funny. Like, how old is she? She's not that old. I'm old enough to have lived, um, old enough to have lived nearly 3 decades, nearly. So, and this time that we spend on this earth, we learn, we become wise, you know, or Homo sapien. And it's what we do with that wisdom that we acquire in life, the patterns we break, chains we break, generational curses that we break, um, all to become a better version of ourselves. Um, I guess that's what I'm really searching for. Better version of myself. A lot of people acquire those things through success, like, their bank account's bigger, so they feel like they've made it. But a lot of people don't. Like when you say, money doesn't solve every problem, a lot of rich people still are dealing with, a lot of things internally because they haven't ascended spiritually. And I'm looking for spiritual ascension. I want to be rich in spirit, not just in life, um yeah, money's great to have because we made it so. We've made life worth living through money. We've created this paper. We put value in it. We gave it value. In society, we set trends and give things value. So, what do you value in spirit, not as a commodity, you know? Because a lot of things, which we all know, a lot of things in this life we can't take with us, materialistic things. This freaking iPhone, they're on to the next one, iPhone 17, 20, 23, 26, you know, PlayStation 5's best computer, best shoes in the game. We can't take any of that stuff with us, but we can take the memories that we make with those that we love. We can take memories, and we can take that time is forever bound to our spirit and our memories. And we can do with that what we will. Most people still, chase the paper because that's what society says is successful. But no one talks about being rich in spirit. That's where I want to be successful. I really want to dig deep into myself and take the veil off of the propaganda of society. And I really want to walk with faith, in faith, every day, just believing and knowing that what is meant for me will be, as long as I ascend spiritually to get there. I don't know if that any of that makes sense, but yeah. No, I'm not here to tell you, like I said, you don't have to believe and do all these things. I'm not here to preach or do any of that stuff, or I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist, psychiatrist, whatever that is. I'm none of that. But there's things that we can all feel, you know, whether you choose to ignore them or not, it's still going to be there. Um, Now, you very well could watch other videos, and yeah, funny videos are fun to watch. They're funny and cool and stuff, but sometimes I like to just disconnect from that and like just have a late night talk, honest and truthful. The camera is becoming more of my best friend because um I just find it easier to talk to. So yeah, I think a lot of people who became influencers or into social medias or YouTubers find a connection with the camera that they just don't quite find genuinely in people anymore. Not gonna lie, I get sick and tired of social media, of my phone in general. So just turning on the camera and actually talking about those feelings helps me a lot, because I don't know, sometimes I just open my phone and everyone's doing the same things, the weekend, like, let's go out, let's drink, there's also like, chilling with their family, cool moments, but everyone's like pushing the initiative, like everyone's all happy and everything's like golden, and like, which is not bad. That may be the case, but there's a lot going on in the world for us not to say we don't feel anything. And I just don't want to push the narrative that everyone has to be doing the same things to feel, or everyone has to do the same things to be someone in life. Like, if you're not doing this on the weekends, then you're a lame loser. Stupid words. Um, you know, Sometimes just sitting in silence with yourself is the best place to be. Like turning off the phone, and like literally I open my phone, and I don't know, like lately I open my phone and I literally get this dreadful feeling. It's not that like I don't have, like, I have my family, I talk to everyone. Like, it's just, I feel like this technology, like, I feel like it's clouding, like locking up a part of me mentally. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it's numbing like a part of me mentally, um, locking up my chakras. I don't know, but like the energy is just like, sometimes you want to get back to life like in the early 90s, kind of where I grew up before technology, when life was more spontaneous, where you didn't know everything that's going on because it's trending, where everyone just got up every day, and who you saw in a day is who you saw. It's just text messages, writing long-handed letters. I know a lot of people probably be like, oh, that's stupid, who wants to wait a week for a letter in the mail when I could just send an email, and or send a text message and automatically know. I don't know, I feel like sometimes technology is taking away some of that spun spun spontaneous, whatever the word is, has taken away some of that in life. And I want to get back to that. I want more of that. And I could be weird. A lot of people consider me a little weird. I'm not like those. I have like an overly big personality. Like, um, um, I would consider myself to be very. I don't know. I am very chill. Like, I don't like blah. Like, I do. Like, when I'm around my friends, I show myself like different parts of myself when I'm around my friends and families. But I think for the most part, a lot of people say I'm very quiet and stuff, but they even say I talk like so low, which is why I made sure to put on the mic. But they're like, "Huh? I can't hear you," and I hate repeating myself. My grandma does it to me a lot. She's like, "No, I'm just old and I can't hear," and I'm just like, I hate repeating myself. So, yeah, this some of this stuff is totally random and off topic, but the overall thing is just a late night talk, late night conversation. Catching up with ourselves. You. Um, but yeah, I want to get back to more of that spon. I don't know why I can never say that word, but I just want to get back to life. You know, those walks in the parks. I used to love volunteering at the park, and just I had a lot of fun doing that. Just replanting plants and just sitting by the water, having a picnic, and those are things I genuinely enjoy doing. And you know, I feel like I thought like I was maybe missing something by like not. I felt like I was missing something by not going out, how a lot of other people do, and but it's like it's not like get invited places, but I just don't want to go because it's not really what I wanted to be doing. So I guess that's kind of where I should leave with faith and go where my inner desires really want to take me. Um, so I don't know if any of this made sense, but I hope it does, and I hope it maybe something I said will help someone out there, and maybe you guys have some comments to leave down below to help me out with some of this stuff, because like I said, we're all here together trying to navigate these waters, and why not lend a hand? As they say, love thy neighbor. Those kind of things. But yeah, I guess that's all that has to be said for this episode of Addicted to Society. Just like I said, remember, don't push, don't pull, just let the energy flow. Let it be. And I will hopefully, see you guys next weekend for another episode. See ya. That was so anticlimactic. I'm just like, see ya. Yeah. Bye. Or good night.